What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is my long overdue pregnancy update. I was hoping to do these every 2 weeks, but somehow it has been like basically 4 weeks since my last update. So I'm going to update you on everything that's been going on from pregnancy weeks 11 to 14. Today I am 14 weeks and 4 days. So I'm out of the first trimester, which is just crazy and exciting, and hopefully all these symptoms that I will tell you about that I've been having are going to be subsiding and stopping completely in the near future. So I'll jump right into it. Basically, weeks 11 and 12 were similar to 9 and 10 in that I was tired and nauseous a lot and had a lot of food aversions. Getting into like weeks 13 and now 14, some of that has gotten better. I'm still pretty tired. I do get like days that I have a little more like energy or bursts of energy for a few hours, but then I'll kind of slide back into feeling tired. And same thing with the eating. Like I actually have felt hungry a couple times in the past few weeks, which has been nice. But then sometimes I don't feel so good. The past like maybe week or so in the morning, I've had a lot of morning sickness and just like nausea and not feeling well. And then throughout the day, I feel a little bit better. And then early afternoon, I start to get really tired, and like that persists throughout the end of the day. So still struggling with some fatigue and nausea and like food aversions and stuff like that, but it's definitely better than it was a few weeks ago. I'm really hoping that it will go away completely. I thought maybe by week 14 and a half I would be done with those things, but maybe for me it's gonna take a little bit longer, which is totally fine. I want to be able to make sure that I'm getting the right nutrients to take care of baby, and so I'm really having to force myself to eat things that I just don't feel like eating because I need to get the nutrients. And so like veggies and protein are really hard to get down, and I just kind of have to do it. So that's kind of what's been going on, what's changed from 9 and 10 to this past month of symptoms. I have had some new symptoms in the past month as well. Around week 12, I did start getting this pain in my, I don't even know how to describe it. I guess you could say your groin. I don't even know where it is. It's kind of like, I don't know. I guess my groin is the only way I can explain it. It kind of feels like if it was at the bottom of my uterus, but I don't know exactly where my uterus is, but I'm kind of guessing that's where it is. It's kind of like, feels like a pulled muscle. It hurts the most when I'm laying down in bed and I try to lift my legs or move my legs. I get a really like tight feeling. And then if I'm walking and I'm like carrying anything, or like I have a rolly bag that I carry for work sometimes, and I was rolling that, and that kind of like was aggravating that muscle or ligament or whatever. So I called my doctor and let her know about it. They said, as like, what's your pain level? And I told her it's like a 2-ish, maybe a 3. It's so short-lived when I feel it. It's just gone in a second when I stop doing whatever the thing is that's making it hurt. So it's really not bad. I don't care. I was just worried that like everything was okay with baby, and like it wasn't a symptom of something more serious that could go on. So who knows? It's gotten a little bit better over the past 2 weeks. Maybe it was something that was pulled and it's healing, or I'm just being more careful with those type of movements and like not aggravating it. I don't exactly know, but I still feel it from time to time, but it's not super bad. What else has been going on? I've had a couple headaches. Not bad enough that I needed to really take anything. There was only one that lasted an entire day, and by the end of the day I took some, not Advil, you can't take Advil. I took some Tylenol to make the headache go away so I could go to bed, and the next morning it was fine. I think that might have been brought on maybe a little bit by not drinking enough water. I have really been good about drinking a lot of water, and I've noticed Guys, if you are feeling crappy and you haven't drinking any water in a while, drink 1 to 2 glasses of water like over the course of 10 minutes or something, and you will probably notice an immediate difference. At least I do. And if I don't drink enough water, not only do I feel bad that day, but it affects me the next day as well. So it's kind of tricky sometimes, because like if you know you're going to be in the car for an extended period of time or somewhere where you can't run to the bathroom that often, then I'm like hesitant to drink water because I don't want to put myself in a position where like I can't run to the bathroom but I have to go pee really bad. Because even if you don't have to pee that bad, it feels like you have to pee really bad. So I have to be strategic a little bit with my water drinking. And especially at night, like unless you want to be getting up a million times to go to the bathroom, I don't drink a ton of water right before I go to sleep. As it is, I get up 1 to 2 times during the night to go pee, which is totally fine, and I usually fall back right asleep. But yeah, so you have to be a little strategic with your water drinking, but definitely drink enough, because I found that makes a huge difference with just like generally feeling well versus feeling unwell. So far, I have not gained very much weight, which kind of goes back to me hoping that all the nausea and food aversions and stuff are gonna go away soon. I just realized my cat's sleeping right there. He's like passed out. Yeah, I haven't gained much weight. I have a doctor's appointment this morning, actually. Right now, it's 8:15 in the morning, and I have a doctor's appointment before I go to work today. And it is like once a month you have an appointment, so that's what today is. So I'm gonna talk to her about the weight gain and the nausea, and maybe there's something she has, like a suggestion. I know there's certain vitamins you can take and things that will help reduce the nausea. Also, I'm gonna talk to her again about that pain I was having in my groin area from like moving my legs certain ways. And then also, there's 2 other things I want to talk to her about. One is my mom had gestational diabetes with my younger sister, not with me. So I just want to mention that to her, because I'm not sure if I did tell her that when, like I did when at my last appointment, like my first appointment with her. So I don't know if that affects like when that dreaded glucose test should be done, or if it doesn't really matter about your family history. They still do it the first time, like around the same time for everybody. And the other thing I want to talk to her about is, for the first time this entire pregnancy, I had a little bit of spotting. Now, when I say spotting, it was light brown, and if I hadn't been really paying attention, I might have not even noticed it. But it happened over the course of like 2 to 3 days. And the first day that it happened was a day that it was really cold out in the morning. And I was walking kind of fast into work because I have to walk a couple blocks, and I was freezing, and it was very windy, and I was carrying some things, and so it was very like tight and cold, but I was walking quick. So I know like maybe that kind of caused something, like, I don't know, I'm thinking something having to do with that caused the spotting. And then from there it like was kind of even lighter and lighter, and just barely anything. It wasn't like, it was basically nothing. So I honestly, that happened on Friday through the weekend, and when it happened on Friday, it was like in the afternoon when I noticed it, and I didn't even think I needed to call my doctor because I wasn't in pain, like nothing was going on. It wasn't red, it was not even dark brown. It was such light, tiny bit of spotting. So now it's basically stopped, or stopped completely actually, I think. So I'm gonna mention it to her just so she knows, but I just have a feeling she's gonna be like, yeah, that happens, it's common, don't worry about it. It probably was that you were kind of half running in the cold, or some other thing that just like disrupted you internally, and now there's old blood that just like kind of came out a little bit. So hopefully that's what she says. That's what I'm expecting, especially since it stopped. What else? So I had an ultrasound, when was it? Was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was at like 12.5 weeks. It's an optional test that they can do for like chromosomal abnormalities, and they do an ultrasound, and then they do a blood test, and then like a couple weeks later they do another blood test. So I did the first ultrasound and the blood test, and then now I have to do the second blood test. But they did call me and tell me that the first 2 results, everything looked normal, but they can't give you like a final result until they get the third piece of the testing, which is the second blood test. So I can't go in for that for another few days is the earliest I can go in. They give you like a 1.5 week window in which you have to go in for the third part of the test. So after I do that, I'll let you guys know like what the results of everything are, and hopefully everything just comes back normal and healthy. It's not a guarantee, but obviously you want to get like, it's a percentage, I think, of like chance of any sort of issues, and so a lower percentage chance is obviously better. One last thing actually I want to talk about, and then I'm actually not going to end this video because I'm going to take a short clip after my doctor's appointment just to let you guys know if anything else went on or anything else she said was relevant. But I did want to say that I got a lot of supportive comments after my last video on just my not feeling confident about pregnancy, and after going through infertility, how it's kind of hard to enjoy pregnancy because you're so used to this being like a stressful and negative experience. That's gotten better. It definitely has. I've had a lot of good days and good moments and happy like feelings and conversations with people about it. So now that everybody knows, including work and everything, it is a big relief, and I have gotten a lot of support and love and people being excited, so that's, I kind of fed off of that, and it has helped a lot. I do have moments of like stress, but I try to just not give in to that too much. Also, one thing that's been very helpful for me in those moments is this Doppler that I got. Actually, let me grab it so I can show you guys. So if you guys haven't heard of this, this is like a fetal heart Doppler. The one I got is the Sonoline B. I think it was like $45 or so. I ordered it online and it took about a week or so to get to me. It's not supposed to work really until 12 weeks, and basically it's like a little thing you put on your stomach and you can hear the heartbeat of the baby through it. It's not really supposed to work until 12 weeks. I tried it for the first time at about 8.5 weeks, 9 weeks, and I did find the heartbeat, and then after that I tried it again like a week later at 10 and a week later at 11, and I could not find the heartbeat. So early on, unless like you're really good or your baby's in a certain position, it can be more stressful than not to use one of those because you don't find the heartbeat and then you're like, oh my God, is everything okay? But after that point, I found the heartbeat every time. I think starting at about 12 weeks, which is when it's supposed to start working. So I've used it. My doctor said it's safe to use every day, but I don't. I've used it maybe 1 to 2 times per week, and it just, on mornings where I just like feel like, oh my God, I hope everything's okay. It's been a while since our last, you know, ultrasound or doctor's appointment or whatever, or I'm just like kind of feeling nervous. When I do the baby Doppler and can hear the heartbeat, and I just do it right until I can find it and listen to it for like 5 seconds and then turn it right off. It gives me such peace of mind that everything's okay. And like I said, my doctor said it's safe to use, but I don't like to use it for any longer than I have to, just to get the reassurance that I need. So if you're like me and stress out, like I wonder if everything's okay, or you're having a panic moment, I would really recommend getting one of those and waiting until you're a little further along, maybe than I did, to start using it, because like I said, it can cause more anxiety if you can't find the heartbeat and everything's actually okay. It's just that the baby's so small, or wherever the baby's positioned, it's just not gonna reach it. But after like 12, 13 weeks, it's pretty consistent and it gives you a lot of peace of mind. So up to you guys whether you think that makes sense for you, but it's helped me a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to come back on and do a short clip of my doctor's appointment if she says anything important, and then I will see you guys soon in another video. I hope everybody in the US has a great Thanksgiving, and I am excited for Christmas and the holiday season, and just, I don't know, it's just fun because actually last year I started making videos right around this time. And so when I started my YouTube channel, you know, you wonder how many years are you gonna go making videos? Like how many holiday seasons, how many Christmas trees am I gonna film in front of and then like not have a baby? So this year being pregnant is really exciting, and you know, assuming all goes really well, and there's no reason not to think that, next year for Christmas, it will be like Christmas with a baby for the first time, and that's super exciting. So yeah, so it's been like a big couple weeks. I've been feeling really awful still, but feeling a tiny bit better. I hit my 1 year of being on YouTube, and I got into the second trimester. So those are all super exciting. So thanks so much for watching. I will give you guys another update very soon. I also am going to put my ultrasound picture at the end of this video, and I maybe will take you upstairs real quick to look at the bump. I have a mirror up there that's good for that. Yeah, because the bump, some days it's like kind of poking out, and other days it's just like kind of doesn't look like a pregnancy bump, it just looks like a belly. So let's go look really quick actually. All right, so I just have yoga pants on. You can't really tell anything when I'm facing this way because of the lighting, but this is the bump. It's little still. Like I said, some days it's like poking out more than others. At the end of the day, after I've eaten a bunch of food, it's kind of poking out more, but not very good at filming it. But yeah, so that's it, just little. Yeah, if you didn't know me, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, but I can tell because I look at myself every day. So I'm excited for it to pop out more and to actually start feeling the baby move and everything. So that's all gonna be really exciting in the next few weeks. Okay, talk to you guys in a bit, bye. Okay, so I just got out of my doctor's appointment. If I have more spotting, give them a call, but she's not really worried about it. She listened to the heartbeat, it was in normal range. And what else? She said my testing for gestational diabetes doesn't need to happen until like normal time unless I have a history of diabetes. And she's not concerned about the groin pain, that can be completely normal. But nothing like groundbreaking happened, which I guess no news is good news when it comes to these appointments. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, want to follow along with my pregnancy, then hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.